Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon on this Monday. Am I the only one ready for Christmas? And it's not even so much ready for Christmas per se, the actual holiday and all the activities that go around it or festivities, but that time where I can just chill and relax with my family. So today, what I want to talk about really briefly. Hello, Miss Sandra. How are you? Is why men don't get help. Let me rephrase that. Why men usually say no to relationship help. Why do they say no? And how do I know this? How do I know what they say? It's because I have several men, right? And so one of the things I find, though, to be really honest with you, as it relates to us getting our man to get any relationship help, if we feel like we have any challenges, high fly Bermudian, is they automatically, it's two things. One, if it's a female like myself, usually what happens is they automatically believe that I am going to take your side as the woman. And the other thing is, if you happen to make that appointment, they automatically believe that you're in cahoots with whomever you have acquired to help them to gain support. And usually what happens is that they believe, well, why am I going to go? Because you've already told them your side of the story. So why should I show up? They have your side, so they're going to believe you anyway. That's one instance. The other instance is when we actually tell our partners we're going to get help, we're actually pointing at them to say, you know what? You need help. That's the only way our relationship's going to work. And so what I tend to tell clients to not do is point the finger, right? Because it automatically sets you up for failure, sets the relationship help up for failure, right? And so one of the things I often say is, clarify, babe, we need support. Babe, we need somebody that's going to help take us to the next level. Rather, it's our relationship's horrible and we just need help. You know, many people come to me and that is their stance when I meet with both partners is, well, Tina, I've been trying to tell him all this time, we need help. And I'm saying to myself, wow, automatically, just think about it for ourselves. If somebody points a finger at you and tells you you are the problem, you're the reason why something's not working, or you're at fault, automatically we get pushback, right? We'll give pushback because one, let us explain. Two, we're defending what we haven't even thought about it yet, right? And so I often say to clients, come together as a couple to say, babe, we're having challenges. You know I can do for better help because I'm not certain if how I'm delivering things to you or our conversation or communication, I'm not certain if I'm delivering it or you're receiving it, and vice versa. I think we can do some support for that. Or whatever the challenges are. It could be financial challenges. It could be whatever challenges that you're having in your relationship. Those are your challenges. Okay, so oftentimes men say no because they automatically feel like you are blaming them for what's taking place. Secondly, because they already believe you're in cahoots with the person in which you have hired and you've already given them your story. I have a lot of men reaching out to me as well, right? And so I also get it on the flip side with some women. Well, how do you know her, right? Ultimately, you have to make your partner very comfortable in that you both need the support. Okay? Stop the finger pointing. And even in your relationships, if you're having challenges, stop pointing the finger, right? Show up as, babe, I don't know if I'm delivering this right, or I don't know if I'm coming across correctly, because we keep having conflict in situations. How can I better show up? How can I better convey this to you? How can I better express myself? those type of conversations. And I often say, we can only talk about ourselves. Hey, Preemie Blast, we can only talk about ourselves in instances like this versus somebody else. Okay, so if you want your partner, your male, to support you in any form of relationship help, don't word it as help, although we know that's what it is. It's support. And the first thing guys will think is, I don't need a psychiatrist. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do, dig in my past. That's what people say now. While I'm not a psychologist, I do provide you with things that might bring up our past, right? Talk about some various things that got us to this point. However, I'm a coach, I'm a consultant in these instances, okay? And so I want you to make sure that get your help, but make sure when you're asking your partner to come seek support, lean on yourself, okay? It's you. You are the reason why. You want clarification. You want to better communicate so that we can be together as a couple. Okay, guys? Because I often find that's one of the most challenging. I had a couple the other day, and the guy automatically shut down when he saw me. And he said, oh, I can see what this is about. And as a trained mediator, because I'm formally trained as a mediator, and working with the male population most of my professional career, in my criminal justice career, it's very easy for me to convey what needs to be conveyed in a neutral setting for men. That's not always like that for most people, but there are others who can do it as well. But if you don't have someone that's trained to reel in your man, make sure you sell yourself extremely well as to why you're seeking support for your relationship. Okay, so remember, it's never you are the problem, or you need help, or you should have done this, or you could have done that. It's, babe, how can we better converse? How can we better communicate with each other? How can we better have a better relationship? Or how can we take our relationship to the next level? Okay, so it's you getting your partner to a coaching session, somebody like me, and taking your relationship, overall is taking your relationship to the next level. Once your partner is there and sees that that session is comfortable enough where it's neutral, a neutral setting, you got them, but you got to get them there. And we could never get them there if we're pointing the finger at them. And even if they are creating a lot of the tension in your relationship, be very mindful on how you would feel if somebody comes in, if your boss comes in, pointing the finger and blaming you for every single thing, but there's a team of you. How would that make you feel? So it's the same in our relationships. Although we can point our finger at our partner, we are supposed to be a team. So the actual fact is that this team effort is not working. So we don't have room to really point fingers, right? Likewise, they could point at us, but the pointing really doesn't help. So if you want to get help, walk to your husband and or significant other and let them know your concerns and the way in which you are showing up to the relationship, and that you feel as though you need further support to take your relationships to the next level. Okay, guys, Tina Laws here, your relationship rescue consultant and accredited mediator. And one of the things I find is that people don't get help or support because they feel as though they are the problem. So don't blame, don't finger point. Point it. If you're going to point at yourself. How can you better show up? Okay, guys, so it's going to be short today because, like many of you, I'm getting ready to close out my week, and I'm actually preparing something for 2025. It's actually a leadership event, and it's actually at this stage it's private. But who knows? I may open it up to maybe 1, 2, or 3 of you who's in leadership positions, and it's going to be held in February. So just keep watching this space. All right, guys. Have a great one. Talk soon.